Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic II.
Found anything?
Just checking to make sure you hadn't made a run for it. No reason to talk to him. Let's go check out the administration computer, starting with the logs.
Tracked the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger when it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean trouble. Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid's story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage in standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with him. Korda's mining crew wanted us to collect the credits for the bounty the Exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
More trouble. Let's try the dormitory, shall we? No response. Hangar Bay. As you access Hangar Bay 25, there's a series of low-pitched whistles and beeps. It sounds as if there's a utility droid on the other end. Can you... Is anyone there? Answer me. Do a diagnostic, then follow my instructions. I need a way off this, a route off this level now. There must be emergency hatches. Try to find one. Don't question my orders, just follow them. Oh, T3 and I are going to get along swimmingly. That's a lie. We're not going to get along swimmingly. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the equipment. We got some decent armor. The motion tracker will be nice. Neural pacifier doesn't really help us any. And that's about all we've got. Fair enough. Sonic grenade. That's not bad to have. Repair kits, always useful. Upgrade item. Cool. Oh, droids. Shock arm makes short work of them. Well, there's the Ebon Hawk. I'm going to give it away. You can't really do much in those directions at the moment. A repair kit. I'll take it. There we go. System damage. Several parts have been removed from this console, and a laser drill has been used in a number of subsystems. Despite the sabotage, however, the console's basic functionality was intended to be restored quickly by replacing the missing parts. We don't have any. Well then, not much we can do there. We can't do anything with that door either at the moment. So let's go to the path that remains available to us. Ooh, energy shield and sonic detonators. They're not actually useful, but I can break them down for components. The shock arm is really good. At least at this point in the game. Our basic blaster is so weak and it's kind of laughable, really. A restorative underlay is useful sometimes, if you could find armor that can use it. You know, one of the things I should have looked at was which force powers you can use while wearing armor. It might have made heavy armor, like, could have made the character more heavy armor focused, less Jedi armor. Left that more for the other character. Ion Blast is pretty decent, but there's no real use for it. Ion Striker, Deadly Sonic Mines, we need those. Purge the fuel lines, and I found 3 sonic charges attached inside. I checked the work logs, and only droids have been in the area. I tried to contact security as soon as I found the explosives, but I can't seem to get a signal through. I've removed the remote detonators, and I'll keep the explosives on me until I can find a secure hold in the hangar. There we go. That is, in fact, what we needed to proceed. I'm not going to bother equipping the Ion Striker. Technically, we're about to face some enemies with heat shields, but since the shock arm goes right through it anyway, it's not really a big deal. And equipping them would just make me have to cycle through the list. Yes, as you can see, even with the shields, they're not much of a threat. Pretty good run so far with this guy. Had decent rolls on the shock arm. Alright, well, now that we have an explosive, we should probably use it. Best to get out of the way of the explosion. Poor irreparable damage to the droid. I wonder who did that. Flamethrower, medpack, scope. Not bad. Computer spike, ballistic shielding. That's pretty good, actually. Environmental underlayer is pretty decent, too. Of course, the problem with all of those sorts of things is you have to know what you're about to fight before they're really all that useful. And some components. Alright, then. I did get a repair part, right? Yeah, I got a couple of them. Place missing parts. Functionality restored. Access the emergency control. Run a diagnostic. All have been rerouted. Fuel depot inside the computer terminal. Connecting circuit been burned out. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Check the subsystems. We could open the blast door to the hangar or open the blast door to the fuel depot for 1 spike each. We can access the comm systems, but they've been disabled. And yeah, same thing. Burned out with a mining laser. Oh, we can get the logs though. All incoming and outgoing freighters need orbital drift charts to navigate the asteroid field. Fair enough. Transmit them to the Navi computer. Access denied. Download them. Okay, we can't do that yet.
A lot of cargo from the Jedi's freighter is being stored in the secure cargo hold until we can pass it through the quarantine checks. And as requested, all the programming spikes the security officers wanted confiscated have been stored there as well, to prevent further system compromises. The secure cargo hold should be safe enough, If anybody wants to break into it, they'd have to blow it open with explosives. Who ordered the mining droids to repair that Jedi's freighter? I come in here off the work shift and 3 of them are repairing the port stabilizers? Did I miss something? Is somebody planning a trip? Because orders were that the hangar was to be locked down ever since that Jedi arrived. I don't know what maintenance is up to, but you can't just commission droids for repairs, especially with half the work shifts in medbay. Those droids are needed to repair the ventilation tunnels before gas builds up to terminal levels. It's not like that ship can go anywhere anyway. Even if it had the asteroid orbital drift charts, the navicomputer's been voice-locked. You'd need the access code to get it spaceworthy. Considering this latest droid commission breach, I'm putting the droids in this section under the control of the current dock officer. If anyone sends commands to the mining droids outside this terminal, I'll be forced to enact full override. Looks like those droids got the vessel working again, even with all the damage it had taken. The maintenance officer still won't admit ordering them to fix it, though. Regardless, still no luck accessing the navicomputer. It's been voice-locked, maybe by one of the corpses we found on the ship, like the old woman. If so, that ship isn't going anywhere, unless we rip out the navicomputer and put in a new one, if we even had one to spare. The only reason someone would lock their navicomputer is to hide their astrogation charts. Someone didn't want us to know where that ship was going, or where it had been. Only smugglers do that, or someone with something to hide. That Jedi's got a lot of questions to answer.
Somehow I don't think I'd have the answers even then. Let's see here. Emergency controls. Let us open the blast door to the fuel depot. That's our next destination. We can't open the other door yet, or perhaps it's that we don't want to. Either way, we're going this way. Oh look, more robots. Sorry. Yeah, they don't stand much of a chance there. Oops. All right. And it doesn't look like any of them decided to leave any useful loot behind. That's a pity. Impact armor, optimized interface. What am I wearing? I'm wearing Impact Armor Mark 1. Okay. And there we go. No problem. This is going to tell you something. Oh, it's not. I think normally when I try to open that, I'm in combat. If you're in combat and you try to open containers like that, where you have to pick the lock, you can fail them, even if you would succeed if you were outside of combat, because you would roll a 20 outside of combat. In combat, you roll randomly between 1 and 20, and it might not always work. So you could try again until you succeed, basically. But as long as you're outside of combat, you'll always take 20, as it were. Can't do anything with the containment field. There's another one down there. Pile of rubble here. Nothing we can do. So, looks like we have to access this console right here. Hopefully it will do what we need it to. Call up the system log. Emergency lockdown. Someone sliced the fuel depot computers and created a phantom fuel leak, sealing off of the area with force fields to contain the blast. Looks someone has been using the lockdown to systemically isolate parts of the facility. Fair enough. Interesting. Some sort of metal case lying inside the fuel pipe, but you can't make it out. That's kind of where we are. More droids. Droid maintenance area has been sealed by the emergency lockdown. However, new programming has been introduced to keep it from opening even if the lockdown is cancelled. There's no way to shut down the field that you can see from this terminal. It means anyone inside the facility is effectively cut off from the hangar bay. Aww. Call the emergency system schematics. It's deactivated. Open the emergency hatch on the Paragus administration level. Log out. Well, we apparently see something. And we're gone. Not entirely certain what that beam actually is.
So is that stupid droid of yours going to come through or not?
It's not my droid. I don't know who he belongs to.
Well, I'm beginning to think I was a little better off in my... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
We'll see. I don't believe we're out of this yet.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
We don't have a clear run to the hangar. All that's open is the emergency hatch.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
If it's dangerous in those tunnels, then you're the one going, not me.
Me? You're the Jedi. If one of us has to go, then it's you. Guardians of peace and justice throughout the galaxy, last I heard.
The Jedi Code doesn't apply to fallen Jedi, so don't make me any angrier. There will only be one of us standing here.
There's no way I'm going down there. You might as well lock me up again if you freed me just to throw me into a nest of Gundarks.
Forget it then, you coward. I'll find a way out of this mess, then leave you on this rock to die.
I'll take coward over stupid any day. I'll keep the comlink on just in case you need some help. Not that I'll come running, mind you.
Yep, we received a comm link. And some Darkside points. And a door has opened. Was it over here? I always forget where that particular door opens. I think it was out here. We'll deal with those in a minute. Yeah, it was this one here. There we go.
Can you read me?
Stay off the comm link. I don't want you contacting me while I'm down here.
If you can handle yourself, fine. I'm just looking out for my own skin. Atten, out.
Basically a tutorial skip. We'll go over his dialogue more on the light side run. This character is not a conversationalist. Pretty standard stuff there. You can sometimes get a little bit better gear than that, but we were not so lucky. Miner's uniform at least provides some defense. I don't actually care about that. Awareness and resist sonic is nice against the grenades. And the safety harness gives us demolition, but we actually do have demolition. That's right. I forgot that. Alright, let's see what we find. Can I recover these? I hope so. I need them. Looks like it. Good. The mines are going to be actually quite important in the future. Okay. More part components. I definitely can't complain about that. It's one of the major reasons I kind of want explosives, at least at some level at this start. You can use some mines to open up some containers that you otherwise couldn't. We're not going to even try to repair this droid. That'll be one of the things our other character can get a little extra XP for that we cannot. We have a lot of droids. And they can eventually hurt us a bit, but not a whole lot. We're pretty good with a sword. Ooh, retinal combat implant. What did that do? +1 awareness and immunity to critical hits. Hey, I'll take it. Don't know how often critical hits actually happen in this game, but I mean, and I mean enemy critical hits. I'm fairly certain how often they happen to to me, because you just look them up. Usually it's 5 or 10%. I'm not even using Burst of Speed, I'm just using normal Flurry. More than sufficient with this level of strength, though. Credits, credits. Very nice. Let's see which character ends up with more money after Paragus. Kind of hoping the light side character does, because I'm going to need it a lot more. Advanced Mining Laser. That'd be nice on the other character. That's one of the things that's going to get real fun, is looking at the difference in store selection and loot. Okay. We want to use Burst of Speed, because this hurts quite a lot. Oh, I got lost. Oh boy. Fortunately, we've got a level up here, which will restore our hit points. Bump demolitions up. I'm going to watch my force powers in the future. I'm going to try and get a lot less of the ones that use armor restriction. I'm going to pick up heavy armor. I think there's some Darkside armor that requires heavy. So like this requires armor. Yeah, so does that one. Energy resistance does not. It's actually not a bad one to take, really. Force body I don't care about. Affect mind I don't care about. Stun is light side, stun droid. Wound is not affected by armor, which is kind of nice. Slow is not affected by armor. Shock is. Do keep that in mind. Force push is not. Throw lightsaber is not. Drain force is not. Force scream is not. To be honest, though, direct attack powers aren't really going to help us much because our stats are kind of awful. In fact, force powers in general aren't really going to be that useful. I think wound takes half. No, it's no effect on. Huh. That's not very useful. So most of these aren't particularly useful for us. Character target range, throwing a lightsaber, get it with the force, target must be 5 meters away, attack always hits. 1 to 6 for every 2 levels of the attacking character. Huh. Guess we're taking throw a lightsaber. Don't really have anything else I want to get. I would like to wear armor on this character at some point. And while we're in combat, it's unlikely we'll be able to pick up these mines, so keep that in mind. Nothing that way. These will be really nice, though. These will allow us to open several containers later that we're not going to be able to open on the light side character. Also, you can break them down for components, which is nice as well. More credits. This character is doing pretty good for loot. We'll see how the other character does. And one of the funner components here is that we can kind of play the characters off. See who gets the better luck. You know, I just realized the ridiculousness of throw a lightsaber. I don't think I'm actually going to use a lightsaber on this character. Oh well. I didn't really think that through. I don't think this character is actually going to be using force powers much at all. I don't think that is going to happen. Even though the character I'm modeling it after, that I roleplayed with, used Burst of Speed and Force Rage quite a lot. A neural band. Very nice. I think I already got one, though. Okay. The excavator droids. These are the more melee-focused droids. Which means for this character, they go down kind of like chumps. Alrighty then. Check the corpse. This character's doing really good on just getting random stuff. Call up the droid command functions. Check the schematics. Don't mean anything to us. Access the fuel containment functions. Shut down the containment fields. Oh no, we've released the droids. Whatever will we do? The answer is we're going to slaughter them. Oh, what's this?
Everybody here? What's up, Korda? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with him on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5? So he's one of the survivors. Or worse, a Mandalorian. So what?
Not a survivor, idiot. He's one of the Jedi from Malachor 5.
If he's one of the Jedi, hell, we can't have him walking around here. I don't know what he'll do.
I thought all the Jedi were wiped out in the Civil War, weren't they?
Guess they missed one. But it gets better. I did some checking, and that bounty on Nar Shaddaa is still live.
What? You want to sell the Jedi to the exchange? Korda, have you been chewing spice?
Look, you know how big that bounty is? That Jedi's our ticket off this rock.
Korda, there's no way the officers will go for that. They'll lock us up for sure.
Then we'll improvise.
Huh. Someone has taken great care to delete the record of this camera being placed. It's not listed on any of the work records. Interesting. Anyway, we have no real way to access this container here. I guess we could put a mine on it. That being said, well, let's mine the lock. Let's see how it goes. We've got plenty of them. Oh, it's still locked. So, what do we do with locks? We use the plasma cutter. We broke 2 items. I don't know what they were. They were stackable, so unlikely to be, well, I guess the broken items stack. Anyway, there's no way for this character to have opened that. We can never come back to this area once we're done. So I don't feel too bad. We did still get some things out of it. So, you know, take the victories you can get, right? I'm gonna say, you gonna hit him anytime soon? More credits. Darn. We're actually getting a fairly good stockpile of credits built up. We're not actually going to need that many credits. We have a fun little trick we can do when we get to the next area. If you really want to maximize your credits, try and get through this entire section without actually leveling up. It should be possible. There's nothing in here any harder than these. Really. Now, there's a couple things, but companions can level up and can basically carry you. However, unlike in Kotor 1, the reward for doing so is so minor that I wouldn't really worry about it. It's a way to get some more credits, basically. We'll go over that more in depth when we get to it. Anyway, the current goal is to clear out this room real quick. And once it's cleared out, we'll actually be calling it apart there. Oh, I missed a pickup. What was in here? Ooh, more credits. done with. Yep, and one more. You do have some remains. What was on you? More credits. Very nice. Oops. I'm just trying to get them all dead.
Yeah, I'm picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
Trust me, whatever you detected, it's probably my fault.
The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
Great. How much further is the exit?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot, real soon.
I don't actually think that starts a timer of any sort, but I guess we're going to clear out this entire section now because the droids just keep coming. I do, however, want to equip this and head over to this door. High security doors do not stand up to the plasma torch. We do want to come back here. There are some goodies to be had. Or parts of components. So the components really are quite nice to keep handy. We're going to need quite a few of them. Mines, mines, and more mines. Yet again, we can always break them down for components later. Or we can sell them for a little bit of cash, though I don't think this character is going to be particularly cash-starved. Credits, credits, cardioregulator, ionite edge, very nice corpse. Certainly can't complain about finding that. And another broken droid. Alright, so with this side tunnel taken care of, I think this is a good time to call this a part. So until our paths cross again, have fun and stay safe, everyone.